So what's the the other 4 subdivisions? What's the
It's called
demographic?
Waihuko. Yeah.
It's all young
Waihuko.
families.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All Hawaiian homes.
there's a need for the school. I guess another school or replacement school.
Not only that, the ball
Park,
fields.
yeah.
We got like ball fields. We got mini parks, and then across from our project would be in this area here is my friend Stanford owns that, and that's where multifamily and community center would go. So it's a perfect fit. Yeah, we just have to have a bridge over the highway so that they can come, use the ball field, and the community center can be there, and like it's just like a perfectly planned community, like that. And it'll solve all the problems, not only about the school, but about housing. Proximity to Central Maui's location is excellent, close to the beach, good climate, and we help the traffic with that bridge, like with all of the congestion. It's such a big problem that the plan for the traffic pattern is going to be like this. If you see here's the bridge here, okay, the existing bridge, yeah. Okay, so we would put in a 3-lane bridge in here, and this connecting roadway would come all the way to the main highway, would also be 3 lanes. And then there's a federal project that would do a traffic light at Mill Street there. Okay, this is Mill Street, and then let me blow up the rest of the improvements we're talking about. This is on the county and federal level now. The main plan is that once it comes across here, there's what used to be the Cane Hall Road, that comes right through here like this. You see it? I didn't mean to do that. So then it joins to Lower Main Street there, right? Oh, son of a gun, I never meant to do that either. So this is St. Anthony School, and there was some problems because like sometimes people don't play the political cards correctly. Okay, I went to St. Anthony School, and so there's 60 foot of right-of-way on this roadway here, the old Cane Hall Road that was Stanford owns, that he wanted to donate to the county. County didn't want to take it because of liability, and also because they're not the smartest people, politicians. Okay, and then so the idea was, oh well, we want to make 4 lanes. So the mayor went and he talked to St. Anthony about doing 4 lanes, and that means they would have to condemn part of their property to expand the right of way, which didn't sit very well. And lastly, this cannot be like an angular intersection like how it joins to the highway there. It would have to come back to a perpendicular intersection here, which would cut off part of their ball field that they never use anyway. Okay, but when he mentioned condemning and when he mentioned this and taking that, then that's not the way to go about business with a school, because then people start lining up against you. You know what I mean? So I told him, try listen to my take. I said, where you after you connect to the main highway, then best you can do is 3 lanes on Lower Main Street here. So why are you forcing 4 lanes and making all this trouble? 60 foot is enough for 3 lanes. And make one contraflow like Kalanianaole Highway, and then you get 2 going out in the morning, 2 coming back in the evening. Because like the thing is that right here is called the Iron Bridge. Right here is Dairy Queen. The Iron Bridge is a sacred historical monument, so like you cannot touch that. And the Iron Bridge is 2 lanes with one lane was for the Turner Hollow, so you can make 3 lanes out of that. So that's the max you can get. So why even think about it? You know, like so. Leave this right away, 60 feet, 3 lanes, and then you go. Here, wait, shoot. And I wish I was better at this.
Do you still need the perpendicular intersection if it's still 3 lane or no?
Yeah, but you see, they don't use this corner anyway.
Corner.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that tip over there.
So you see, this is the bridge I'm talking about right here. Okay, so it's an underneath. The road runs underneath. Okay, so then it would go. They have a road widening project which is on the top of their list, and that's Waiale Roadway here. And Waiale Roadway would get widened all the way past the jail here, and then you're going towards Waikapu, and it'll keep getting widened.
There's a lot tied up to this project.
Yeah, that's why. Bend over backwards for this. Okay, so you see now we're at this juncture right here, and then you would, after this is tropical plantation right here, and then after the tropical plantation they would just take a little bypass and then form an intersection in the open roadway over here, so that now people wanted to go to Kihei or Lahaina could just empty out of that Central Maui, and then that would become the main artery, the new main artery for Central Maui to feed outside of Wailuku. You see what I mean? So he doesn't have the money to do this, so you know that's the plan. That's why he's patient, and that's what he's waiting for, is that bridge and roadway. The school, of course, solves a big social problem. So it is all of that. So I can get a letter from the White Community Association that will easily explain their desires about the school. I mean, I don't have to go ask them to support my project, because that's their #1.
What's that roadway again that leads south to Kihei and all that?
Waiale.
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 Aki, can you forward that to me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I think I'll send this to Minako and see if she can, you know, find anybody interested parties. Because at this point, I think what she's looking for is something concrete, something solid, yeah. And like you said, this is all unofficial. It's through your years of, you know, contacts with some of the county officials and all that. So I think it can be hard to generate something that she's looking for.
Yeah, because that's why when that word official popped up, then you know.
Yes, not yet.
No, that's not this cow. This cow is not official.
Yeah. Okay.
But actually, we don't have a problem with raising money for the school. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So anyway.
Yeah, it's more the bridge and the roadway that alleviate the congestion of traffic, you know, better standard of living for everybody in that area. So open up a different mindset. Yeah. I was telling Aki that it sounded like Minako just needed some information, because she has this guy that she mentioned, Mochizuki, and he's in Tokyo, and she said he's a consultant. I don't know a consultant to what extent, what he consults on, you know, who he consults with, but She said she's got contacts, but she said she wants official documents and maps and all that. But she also mentioned that she thinks she might want to work with Mochizuki as as your consultant to the folks in Japan. But I was thinking, okay, I don't think that's what we want to do. It's not like we're getting too many hands involved now. So I'm gonna just, if I can forward this to Minako and see what she says.
Okay.
Yeah, and then because like Kinichi Sato says, she's got the contacts. Her husband was pretty well off. He has since passed away, but she's had always made some good investments. She owns property in Pahala, the Big Island. It's kind of her little getaway. She comes over here. She spends months at a time. She and her daughter, and she has a son-in-law and a grandchild there. So they have their own little retreat in Pahala. She's always doing a lot of good things for the community. So she's part of the community, the board, neighborhood board, always working on projects, the fundraisers and things like that. So she sees the value in these kinds of projects. So I said, oh yeah, there's going to be a school involved. She said, oh, she says, a school, and yeah, park, and rec area. That was immediately to her that was a big selling point. And Aki says, hey, maybe that could be like a centerpiece, although it really isn't. It's kind of a secondary reason why this is an important project. But once you explain how it's going to alleviate the traffic, the congestion, improve everybody's lives within the whole central part, I think it'll be all comes together now.
The mayor has written a few editorials about the project, so like that's official.
Okay, yeah. In fact, I Googled. I saw some of the Maui news and some articles about Sterling Kim and all these. Yeah,
I was fighting with the Hawaiians. And
no, it wasn't that. But yeah, I gotta try gather some. I'll do some homework too. Get some stuff I can print out for Minako. But yeah, that's helpful to know get the whole picture now.
Yeah, it's definitely like well supported across the board. The union supports it, the mayor supports it, all the politicians support it, the people on the street are waiting for it.